wait, I pressed start once and it immediately turned to 2 p.m. What? What? I'm having to fight off my dog. She's so needy right now. I sit down, she opens the door, goes bork bork, and I'm like, alright, what do you want? She doesn't want anything, and then I'm like, okay, and then I just close the door and I sit down and she goes, opens the door, goes bork bork, I'm like, what? What do you want? She's been doing that for a solid 10 minutes now. Bork bork, yes, anyway. Hi! Where's the button? I'm trying to fix my chair doesn't work. Pet her. I do pet her. We played in the pool before I started. I got her a doggy pool and she's playing in it, and then now she's like, more. Where's my button? There's my button. Did I remember to turn that on? I think so. Beep. I know. Was a sister Brie. Well, if it was easier, I would. When's the dog going to stream? I don't know. She'd probably be a better streamer than me at this point. You know, she's a bit more talkative. I think she does yap quite a lot. Go bark, bark. So, you know, I think you guys would be entertained. Anyway, hello, everyone. Good to see you too. Junko, Man, Nether, Nightmare, Redacted, Eki, Ezekiel, Berserker, Cloudy, Mossy, gross. I don't have any muscle. Hi. My dog is a say, put him in the room, keeps crying, put him in the living room, he cries. I know what she wants from me. I'm like, I filled her entertainment, like, ball that I put, like, treats and stuff in. I filled it up. It's got plenty of carrots for her to munch on. And I have, played with her in the pool. I've given her treats. You know, I've done everything, and I don't know what she wants from me. Sorry about this, but I can't help it. What? What's going on? Sorry. I'm having a Red Bull, so I'm a bit carbonated up, so I apologize. Hi, Exus. Sorry, Nightmare. Sorry, I know I'm disgusting. Junko, how was DMC4? Isn't DMC4 normally people are like, oh, that's like peak combat or whatever. DMC5 though, that's where all the memes and everybody's like star game is, right? So I hope it's fun. Need more force? Alright. I'll chug my Red Bull a bit more. That one gets multiple times per stream. Workhorse emo. I know. That is like the perfect emote I have ever made. One of these days, I'm gonna probably need to make another one that's as keen, but I don't know what could top burp emo. I don't know. The only other one I think that's on top of like work emote that tends to be used, but it hasn't been used as much anymore. And nobody calls me old anymore, so grandma has been put on the back burner. But for the longest time, it was grandma. Shrug emote? Oh, I do need a shrug emote. You're right. Jordan! golf stream goes well. Currently finishing up Donkey Kong Bonanza. Oh, let's go! I hope you're having fun. I have heard good things about Donkey Kong Bonanza. It doesn't entirely look like a game for me, but also I say that a lot and then I end up liking games that aren't for me, so who knows. But, oh, speaking of Donkey Kong, which then is speaking of Nintendo, did everybody watch the Pokemon Direct this morning? I am very excited for the Pokemon Battle app thing. No, I hate Nintendo. So true, bestie. All right, 10 out of 10 for that's a high score, Junko. Devil May Cry 4? Apparently, I need to start blazing through Devil May Cry because I have not gone through that. There's a Pokemon thing. Yes, this morning there was a Pokemon Direct showing all the new Pokemon stuff coming out. Friend said it was meh. It was kind of meh. The only thing I care about is I think the mobile competitive Pokemon game looks like it will be very nice to have. But other than that, I just like, you know, it's Pokemon. Hellraiser game came out today. Wait, what? Let me see. I did not hear anything about that. But yeah, I don't know. I think Papa did say, "Hi, Rose! It's been forever. It's good to see you." But what was I saying? Oh yeah, Hellraiser. But I like Pokemans, and I wouldn't mind getting into competitive Pokemon. Hellraiser game, Hellraiser Revival. Is this what it is? I don't know. You know what? This is just chatting stream. I'll put it on the screen. Let me move my chat boxes over. Move that over. Gotta move you guys to the other monitor. I am indeed gonna play DMC 2. That's the next one we're gonna play. Whenever I actually get around to playing Devil May Cry again, we are playing 2. Will I finish 2? I don't know. I'm gonna try, but I've heard bad things about it. If I genuinely don't like it, maybe we'll end up putting it in the bargain bin here or whatever, but I am going to still play 2. Alright, let me, do I have this tab muted? I do. Let me, get this on the screen here. We're gonna watch this Hellraiser commercial. Or, trailer. I guess it's a commercial, technically. I have fun? Hey, that's the most important thing. Hi, Leon! Good to see you! Leon! Alright, the beginning has no time? I mean, it's on YouTube, right? So then it's fine? Right? Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. Alright, we'll start from the no time. Maybe. Wait, this doesn't even tell me anything. I'm just looking through it now. It doesn't tell me anything. Okay. She has a cube. We'll start from the cube. We'll skip the no time. Already overcome Sonic 06, you can overcome. True, I haven't. If 06 is one of the first few games I have completed. Guess 5 seconds left of the trailer. I know, right? All the way down here. But what even is it? It doesn't tell me gameplay. No, nothing. We're about to find out, I guess. Back half has brief gameplay. Okay, we'll see what happens. Oh, it's a little loud.
It thirsts for excruciating pleasure. The very thing we offer.
Yeah. All the dudes. We did watch Hellraiser together, which was so fun.
Follow her.
It was very cheesy.
For we have such sights to show you.
Spooky! Cube! Okay, so it's like Resident Evil-ish, you know? There's still the melee combat, so you can't defend yourself. I'm assuming you're going through all of the different creatures, like, places of interest. Yeah, it looks very Resident Evil-like. I'm kind of excited. I thought, the one thing I hope, right? The one thing I hope, because it's Hellraiser, if it's not cheesy, I'm gonna be upset. Resident Outlast, Silent Hill, I mean, yeah, it's kind of like a mishmash, which is good, because that means, you know, it's taking proper inspiration, in my opinion. I did not expect that to come from a Hellraiser game to, one, to exist, but two, it to take inspiration from peak survival horror, so I am remaining hopeful. Alright, let me move you guys back to the main screen here. But yeah, for that, I'm gonna hold off. It looks neat. It said wishlist now. Does it have a release date yet? Hellraiser Revival. Is it 2 words? Oh my goodness. Too many tabs. Too many tabs. Too many tabs. No. I have to sign into Steam. Wait, why is it when I'm on Steam, it doesn't show up on my search engine, or in the Steam search engine, but when I'm Googling it, it shows up? Oh, it's because I'm not online, maybe. I'm gonna restart the game. I would also assume, 2026. Does it just say coming soon? Yeah, my Steam's like broken. It's like my library's stuck in the middle of the screen. Somebody's at the front door. Oh, an actual horror game. Yeah, I'm actually really excited about the fact that it is like genuinely like survival horror. It looks classical. I'm hoping it does still have like puzzle elements and stuff. I'm really hoping it stems from the RE Silent Hill stuff. Because if it does, that game looks peak. Because you know me, Resident Evil is probably one of my favorite game series. So I'm holding out hope. What is this, Dead by Daylight? You can't make me play Dead by Daylight. Every time I hear anything about Dead by Daylight, everybody just says don't play it. You don't wear someone's entire skin as a disguise. Why? Exactly. Exactly. The real question is, we watched, was it Hellraiser where, no, was it a different movie? No, was it Hellraiser that she, like, made a new dude by killing dudes? It was gross? I think so. Weird movie. I'll get RE8 one day. Capcom has sales all the time. You'll get it eventually. It was the first, it was Hellraiser. Okay. Yeah, that movie was stupid. Like a fun stupid, you know? I like the cheesiness of it, so I hope they put that in, like, that cheesiness level in it. The best part, though, when we watched Hellraiser was when there was because we watched, like, the widescreen HD version of modern day, it was, like, the filming aspect ratio wasn't made for it, so when the lady was, like, running in a hallway from a spooky monster, you could see the wheels and the dude pushing the monster. I still think that's my favorite part of the whole movie. Oh, man. Movies were not made for widescreen back then. When I saw the trailer and saw what was going on, I was taken back and started laughing because that's definitely one way to get people's attention. True. The no-no stuff? I mean, Hellraiser was all about that no-no stuff, so... Since I played all the DMC games, I was thinking about watching the DMC anime since there's 2 animes of them. All I know is the Junko, I've heard nothing but bad things about the newest anime that's on Netflix. I mean, more power to you, but I was told that it's, like, lore bad and not fun. Like, it's fine if you don't know anything about Devil May Cry, basically. Both animes are cringe. Well, there you go, Nether's review. Oh, the filter inappropriate game stuff. Oh, that's probably why it's not showing up. I probably do have to do that. I know you've probably seen the Vi trailer, and don't care, but I liked it. I actually have not. Yeah, we can react to that too. The only reason I don't care is because it's not that I don't care. I do still care, but not Devil May Cry. I'm too busy reading chat. 2XKO has yet to impress me as a game I want to play. Where did the link go? It was in game discussion, right? Yeah. But here, I'll pull it up. I'm assuming I'll probably get to play her at EVO, so we'll see. Because 2XKO was at EVO last year, so if it's there again, then I'll be able to try out the newer build. Because I did not try the last 2 alpha tests or whatever, because I just the game itself did not appease me. As well as the only way for me to play, because Vanguard still likes to explode my computer, is usually on my laptop. So I haven't had a proper chance to try to make Vanguard work on my PC yet. Yeah, exactly what Cloudy said. It's free, so I'm gonna mess with it, but the main problem is the factor that I can't play it on my main computer. I still need to figure it out. Maybe that's something I'll do over the weekend. Maybe I'll finally figure out why Vanguard can't infect my computer. I made a folder of all the DMC. I call it Devil's Never Cry. That's hilarious. Isn't Dead by Daylight one of those games that reviews say 2,000 Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Which is why I hate that it has, like, it's a horror game that's, like, the Fortnite of horror games. And that's why it upsets me, because I want to play as Wesker. I want to play as Pyramid Head. I want to smack people in the face as these guys, and I don't want to at the same time because I've heard nothing but bad things about the game. Alright, let's watch the Vi trailer. Let me pull it up, pull it up, pull it up, pull it up, pull it up. Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. Let's get it up. Drink some Red Bull. Never play Dead by Daylight unless you hate yourself. Both animes are bad in their own way, but I must say the latest one takes the cake. Man, that's basically all I've heard. Which sucks because I love Dante as a character. I need to remember to grab the soundbite of the voice crack from Devil May Cry 1. I need to grab that soundbite. I want it as like my phone ringtone. Like, I loved it so much. It's almost as good as Mega Man. And that voice crack. What was it? Mega Man 5? Vi baddie in the game? We'll see. Alright, let's watch some fighting game trailers, shall we? Oh no, it's the police! Oh! Oh, okay. Let's go. Did they finally make a character I want to play? Already with the movement options? Oh.
I'm not done with you.
What's their assist? Yeah, Jinx, Stinky, whatever, nobody cares. Okay. The ground bounces are cool.
Hit the brakes. Keep them guessing.
Wall flat? Are we not gonna see her assist though?
That'll hurt. Crack. Chin check.
It was a weak wall bounce, but it makes me wonder if it's not possible to extend things when you're actually in the corner, just like, you know, we talked about Scott last time.
I'd hate to fight me too.
Okay, maybe I'll actually enjoy it. You know me, I love my silliness, so that character looks a little bit more silly with the wiggly waggly all over the screen, because My enjoyment comes from messing around and making silly things happen next to complicated things, right? So combos and stuff. So if that wackiness with the moving and schmoving, you know, all over the place, that might, you know, it might be fun. Might be fun. But I don't know. This game is a closed beta, so they're not in alpha anymore. They're in beta. We'll have to see how that goes. Because definitely last time what was it that they nerfed? Oh yeah, like knockdowns didn't exist, right? In the last test, it was awful. Game felt awful. So, I mean, the character could be cool and it has a lot of potential, but we'll have to see if it actually is able to pull out like any sort of, I guess, fix. Because last time it was straight up an awful game. It was like a game that was like, somebody turned the knob, like, they were like, oh yeah, you know, turn the knob, like, slightly to the left. And they're like, okay, and then they sneezed, right? Like, it was like huge sneeze, and they went, and then it went, just turn the knob all the way. It was like, whoa! It sucks! So we'll see. But I also hope I know they're gonna do, like, most of the known League characters for now, which makes me a little upset because, like, they have to do these characters because they are the faces of League and the show, right? Of Arcane. I am hopeful that characters that I think are really cool from League can be put into the game. But we'll see. The roster in League is so large that it's probably going to be a very long time before any character I think is actually, like, cool to come into the game. Bless you. Thank you. Suppose she has a move with just perfect phrase, but still TBC, like Luke on the move that looks like a god. Oh, that'd be sick! If she actually has execution and perfect input stuff, that would be so... That's like a character made for me, right? Alright, I'm staying hopeful, but it is a 2v2 game, so I don't like any of the other characters in the game yet, so I don't know who I would play with her, but we'll see. Got Arcane characters and characters who are already in a LOL RPG. Yeah, like if I were to go to League of Legends champions, like let's just look at the list, right? Who's like the face of League besides Jinx and Vi? Ari? Maybe? So she's already in the game. So then we got Darius, yeah. I guess Echo's already in Arcane. Garen? I guess Garen needs to be somewhere in there, maybe. We have Jinx. Oh, you know, I think Katarina probably will be in there pretty early on in its lifespan. Who else? Riven, probably. We need another grappler, or we need a grappler. I don't know if any of the grapplers exist in 2XKO yet, so probably Set needs to be in there at some point, right? He's the only one that pops out to be a grappler to me. Volibear maybe could be a grappler. I don't know, he does the jumpy thing. Oh, Misfortune, yeah, probably. I don't know about Pyke. I don't think Pyke's as popular as, like, a character. Probably Mordekaiser's definitely one that needs to be in there. Obviously, probably Jace. What about... Oh, Draven. Yeah, probably Draven. And Caitlyn. Yeah, those are probably, like, the main... That, just looking through the list, like... I know about them, and I've barely played any League. Ever. Because it makes me want to die. So, these are all names that I see. I'm like, oh yeah, those are like faces of League, right? Like, I could definitely see them being important. Ari was the only character I like. When you played the game, or do you mean like as a character? Volibear would be sick. I would love a Volibear. Volibear, Warwick, and like Nocturne maybe would be probably people I would like to see. Maybe a Kayn. Oh, a Fiddlesticks would go hard. I think a Fiddlesticks would be cool. Because a Fiddlesticks, he could be like a setup character, right? So he could have like his multiple scarecrows come out, be able to juggle off scarecrows and stuff. That'd be so sick. I would love a level Fiddlesticks kind of character if it wouldn't like that. But Teemo is also a big character in League or Infamous, depending on who you ask. Teemo is big, and I think it's just because he's like easy to play, right? I know they sell the hats and stuff, but I don't know if that people will sit there and be like, Teemo is #1. I don't know. I don't really hear people say like, I am a Teemo fan. I usually hear people say I play Teemo because he's easy. So I don't know. Exis, I am not a League of Legends player, and the only time I think I'll ever play League is if it's, 1, I get Vanguard working somehow, and 2, either somebody pays me to, or it's of April Fools. Like, that's about it. I have played Nether. I've played only a handful of games because I had a really, really bad experience with my game. A couple of games I've played. I only have like 20 games under my belt or something. And I just had a bad experience, so I just never touched it again. But I played a lot of HOTS. I've played a teeny tiny bit of Dota 2, but I played a lot of HOTS. I like HOTS way more. Which is sad that it's dead. Maybe Mundo 2 for Super... Oh, Mundo would be sick. I do think so too. Especially with like the tankiness. Mundo would be fun. Teemo is more meme than a lovable character. That's like my thought process. Teemo's more of a meme, and then what people like truly sit there and go like, I love Teemo. Give me Teemo. I don't think that's like a thing. This is so good. I got my spaghetti. I'm watching the stream. Let's go, spaghetti! My lunch was I had ramen. I had bulldog ramen. And then I had a cheese stick and a protein bar. And now my dinner right now, because I go to bed in a couple hours, is a Red Bull. So I crash. And actually sleep. Because I have not been sleeping at all. But you know so much, sus? Exis, the only reason why I know so much is 1, I have played a little bit. 2, brother-in-law is a very heavy MOBA player. Even though he doesn't spend a lot of time in League of Legends, he has, and generally can comment on a lot of stuff. And especially like when the pro stuff's going on, they talk about it. But he's actually a Dota 2 player. He has a lot of time in Dota 2. Are we gonna play Uma Musume? Do you want Uma Musume? I'm here to just talk, but I can horse. I'm kind of having fun just talking. April Fool's League sounds like a great thing to do. Yeah, man. I'll do April Fool's League, and then I'll have a hypercam. I'll make sure I stream specifically through a Xbox Connect. That will be my webcam. I will speak only through the webcam. And we'll have a great time. I only had beans, rice, and liver. Hey, that sounds like a hearty meal, though, Ezekiel. I would totally take that, in my opinion. Bulldog, it tastes good, but it's very bad for you, and in my opinion, not very filling. So it's like a It's actually smarter, in my opinion, to just make a normal thing of ramen and then fill it with fillings. You know, like your green onions, your eggs, and some protein stuff. Bulldog, I don't. It's really like an egg and a meat that really goes in it. Don't really put vegetables and stuff in it. I only ever played Smite, and the group of guys I played with got so much better than me, I couldn't keep up anymore. Yeah, that's the worst thing, and what I struggle with a lot lately, too, especially when I play fighting games, is because I'm so busy, I've absolutely fallen behind in the pack. So I don't blame you. It can be very discouraging. Doesn't cheese before bed mess with your dreams? I actually don't know. I've never heard of that before. Partly my fault for talking about League sometimes in chat. Hey, I don't have any muscle. That's okay. I like to stay knowledgeable on video games in general as best as I can, but I generally like to be knowledgeable, especially when there's a high competitive scene, because in general I try to support esports in as a whole. So even though I think League is poopy, it's mainly I think it's poopy because of the players. If I didn't feel like it was a struggle bus to play League of Legends, especially alone, and it didn't explode my computer, I probably would play it. But I think the only way I'll ever enjoy League is if I have a full team and I don't have anything to worry about, and then Vanguard doesn't explode my computer. Maybe a cheese and pepperoni. That sounds baller. I actually haven't had an omelet in so long, especially because omelets are like just so hearty. The hard part though is eggs are expensive. Unranked and master client for April Fools. Connect only stream ends if battery dies. That's a genius idea. Aw, Junko, you're so sweet. No, it's better if you use laptop microphone, not old laptop microphone. Bet. I wonder if I can find like, you know, Xbox 360s and stuff used to come bundled with a headset and a microphone, like a one of those really old, like thin microphone headsets. I wonder if I can find one of those and use those. One of the players was one of the top 5 worldwide players for Hercules at the time. There was no way I was keeping up with that. Oh gods, no. If they're one of the top 5, no. That takes way too much time. Because in anything, any aspect, all video games are they're not a sprint. You know, they're a marathon. There's always the learning process. Even if something is so easily understandable and easy to carry over skills, like say for a FPS, you know, you point and click, and then you know, you maybe you're a Call of Duty player, and then you go over and you play Battlefield, and then you go over and you play Apex, and then you go over and you play whatever. All that still carries over, but the mechanics and the movement and all stuff still changes. So there's still skill no matter where you go to learn game by game basis. But yeah, what other news? Let's look at gaming news today. What else? Yeah, the Pokemon stuff, yeah. The one thing that sucks about the Pokemon... Oh, yeah, Pokemon ZA got its release date, which is October, like, 26th or whatever. I'm actually a little sad that I'm not gonna be playing it when it comes out, because I won't have a Switch 2. So unless somehow, one, I get like an early Christmas gift or something, or two, I get a work bonus or something, I definitely can't get it. And that makes me a little sad, because I am not gonna pay for the original Switch version and then know at some point I'm getting a Switch 2 and then have to pay more money than the base game to upgrade it. I'm not doing that. Have you seen? I have! I don't play, Nether, I'm not at all pointing at you guys. I'm pointing at the economy as a whole. There was a point where I could just be like, oh, Switch 2 coming out. I gotta pre-order, but now it's at the point where, you know, I have to think about these decisions. Especially when the Switch 2's, like, reliability is still being questioned, you know? But yeah, the new area on Pokemon Sleep has Flygon and Trapinch, you know, their line, Brava. I love that it's Traffic Cone, being able to be cute and sleepy, but I have tried Pokemon Sleep, as a way to try to see if they would help manage my sleep, because it does like track. It's a sleep tracker, right? But with you wake up in the morning and do 5 minutes of Pokemon Bowl, and then you close it until you go to bed. And it was neat for the sleep tracking aspect, but because you have to keep it running, it destroys your phone battery. So it's basically like, if you don't have not your main device using it, or the Pokemon Go Plus or whatever, it's like terrible, because you have to keep the thing running all night. So if you're gonna sleep 8 hours, you're blowing through your battery. I'd rather wait a year or two for Stu to be able to play something on, or something else. Nintendo's definitely a joke. Yeah, so if I end up, guys, if I end up playing Pokemon ZA when it comes out, just know my uncle got the job at Nintendo. I bought a Switch. It's collecting dust because I work or play on other devices, even my phone with the Pokemon fan games. Yeah, the only time I use my Switch anymore is to play with the family, like play Mario Kart or Smash Brothers with the family when they're over for family dinners. Especially my niece, she loves, you know, playing Smash Brothers and Mario Kart. And that's about it. I don't take it anywhere. It doesn't provide that much for me. Give me working Nintendo. You know what? If it was that easy, I would. But yeah, I don't think anything even has the Switch 2 in stock, right? Just on Amazon, it says available by invitation. Okay. What does that even mean? What does that mean? I have to be invited to the Switch 2 party to invite a Switch? Or to buy a Switch? Saw a couple at Target? Maybe I gotta check that out. They did say they're trying to tackle scalping problems, so we'll see. Sheesh. Maybe I'll have to ask him when it comes in. Alright, get this Vi off my screen. Whoa, I'm stuffy. Are you gonna dress well for the Switch 2 Gala? What are you talking about? Is there an event happening that I don't know? Oh yeah, the next game in the Ghost of Tsushima line. Yeah, wasn't that announced not too long ago? I still haven't played those games. I am out of touch on a lot of things. You need an invitation. Oh, I see. The invitation, yes. I don't know. That's just Amazon. I don't know if they, like, make it so you go on a wait list. I'll probably just wait till you know, easier to get. Yeah, the scalpers are overproduced. Oh, speaking of the scalpers as well, I'm fearful for Pokemon because also in that Pokemon Direct, they announced the next Pokemon card set. And I just, like, the only thing my thought process said to my, like, the only thing I thought was, poor children are not allowed to play the game still. Oh my goodness. Imagine getting scalped for Nintendo console. Guy gonna get scalped for a graphics card. The one thing that sucks right now is aren't most of the graphics cards coming out bad? I recall I watched a YouTube video not too long ago, and there's a guy, the guy was saying, like, the general most accessible graphics card right now are kind of bad. There's a secret third option to scalpers, that's TOS. We throw them in the river. At least they'll be able to play Pokemon Championship. We don't know if it's free to play. Yeah, we don't know if it's free to play. It does have cross-platform with mobile and your Switch, right? So that's already maybe. And it connects to home. The only thing that worries me is how are they going to, like, if it's free, there's 100% they're gonna be figuring out how to scalp people about training their Pokemon. Like, right now, from what I recall, it's like an hour of your time to perfect your Pokemon if you bought the DLC in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. And that's, like, not too bad, right? An hour per Pokemon, you know, one full day of work, you could get your team ready that you want to play. That's not too bad. So I'm actually fearful of what they're gonna do in the game. Ton of rare cards, so scalpels lose a ton of money. Maybe. I don't really know how they're, like, from what I recall, the set that went crazy not too long ago was Prismatic Evolution or whatever, right? It has the Eevee on it. That one, they actually tried to produce more than usual, and the only thing that happened was that it was still more expensive than it historically has been. Thank you. I know that 5080s have a bunch of extra hardware on them for DLSS, which sucks. Yeah, and I don't remember what card, like the lower end cards, still higher cards. Like, I don't know. I haven't kept up with graphics cards forever because I just, like, I know I can't afford it, so I just don't even look at them. But like a slightly lower tier is like bad. Yeah, even pay 3 times for your graphics card. Yeah. What was it? In the video I watched, they said it was like a, like some graphics card had like a 50% market increase or something. Like the, like a 5080 is supposed to be like $600, but they're, like, I could go look right now. How much is a 5080 on Amazon? Like, when they announce the card, right? When they have their press conferences. They give you the MSRP of what they expect you to sell it at, which is like $600. Yeah! A 5080 is almost $1,000 more than it's supposed to be for market price. For this Asus one. 5070 is $1,000. Like, that's crazy. Like, there is genuinely no way. The cards are the same, the art and rarity are different. They already do that, actually. They do have, like, the art cards is what people try to pull for. But that's the problem. Is because people want that gamble to get their $4,000 Umbreon or whatever, how much it costs. They buy and they buy and they buy. And you can't get anything. Which is why it's also frustrating for people who buy, that mentality has been put into, like, everything now. Which is why, in the end, I actually respect Yu-Gi-Oh! Because Yu-Gi-Oh! Does reprints because they only have a ban list. They don't have, like, modern sets or anything, really. They just have a ban list. So, it's basically everything is, like, the Commander rule set, but with a ban list, right? But they still have their card, their deck, limitations. So, it's like, they reprint all the time. I have 6 different Dark Magicians from, like, 8 different... I'm being exaggerated. From like, each different sets. Like, 6 different sets. And all of them are worth different things because it's, like, I don't know, like, one of them's from, like, a Yugi deck, and one of them's from, like, a 10, and then one of them's a pack pull from, like, this, whatever. Like, I respect Yu-Gi-Oh! For doing that. And then it's like, oh, yeah, you could have, I don't know, Stardust Dragon for $8, or you could go get Stardust Dragon Ghost Rare Super Foil Textured Graphic whatever, and that was $6 grand or whatever, right? Like, you could still get the $8 one. It does the exact same thing. Pokemon sorta has that. I don't know Pokemon that much, so I would need to look more into it, but they do that, where it's like, well, it'll be like, oh, it's Pikachu, or you could get the big Pikachu with the hat art, you know? The worst offender, though, is Magic. Because Magic has the exclusive cards that they put in their sets, and they have, Secret Lair, which Secret Lair produces exclusive cards, and they purposely limit them. You don't have a limit on cardboard pictures, and they purposely limit them. It's so frustrating. I hate where Magic has gone, because Magic used to be the superior form, in my opinion, gameplay-wise and aesthetic-wise, of a card game, and now it's filled with Spider-Man in Assassin's Creed, and I'm like, get out of here! And a Lord of the Rings card that's worth $200 million, and a Chocobo that's worth $200 million. Like, I don't care! Stop taking my cards off the shelf. I want to play. Why does it cost $300 for a box? They used to be $99. Ah! How much? I actually do not know what the cost of the Chase Chocobos are currently. But the One Ring, so when the Lord of the Rings set came out, they had a the One Ring that came out. And the guy who pulled it sold it to Post Malone for like $200 million or something. It was a lot. Alright, where was I? Let's go to... Cards are the same and their art and rarity are different. Pokemon slightly does that, that I know of. I don't know entirely if they all have, but I think they do have just art versus, normal cards. It's just Magic, I think, that does that the worst right now. Yu-Gi-Oh's like the pinnacle of, has different art, but same card. They reprint everything. So I explained Pokemon TCG. The game has promo cards and player cards, average gamma cards, and average, but Nintendo sells promo gambas for promo cards. Cards are the same, the art rarity are different. Okay. Nintendo will stop scalpers because they are the ones paying on this. Their market is what feeds the promo card system. Nintendo can make infinite money by having digital code game packaged with single card pack with a tiny pool of crazy rare cards. If there is one thing I do agree that Pokemon does have above the rest, is that code card on the back. Tomorrow you're gonna continue playing DMC5? Are you, did you start today, or did you say you're gonna wait? Still, I want, like, your collective review after your journey, Junko, because, I am very intrigued to see what your thought process are on, like, the whole series of Devil May Cry as it is. Miku, Magic and Pokemon investors would faint if they saw Yu-Gi-Oh's reprint policy. I know, right? The funny thing is Yu-Gi-Oh! Is, like, always so desperate to make older cards work because they're infamous in the anime that they will put in effort in new cards and then reprint those old cards as well of, like, say, Blue Eyes White Dragon, because they're like, just work! I need you to sell the anime! I need you to sell the cards because everybody loves Yugi! Everybody loves Joey Wheeler! Put it in a deck! God cards suck, doesn't matter, keep making crappy cards till it somehow does something. Go play Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel these days. Dakama, I need to get back into the Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. I really don't like Duel Links. Too painfully gotcha. They're not going to produce cards because they will collapse the market. Yes. No market would ever do that. The only raise the price, which will just drive out average. Nah. Magic. Still waiting for Fire King Courier Ukanix to get a reprint. I'm not spending $50 on a card. $15 on a card is on the cheaper end, Massive Legend. The only thing that sucks is, like, at the very least, you can make decks under, like, $20, but it's quickly becoming not that anymore. There's very few things that can make a deck with like $20. I have made decks with $20, but now my $20 deck's like $40, and it's just gonna keep happening. I would pay more for a poster of a card art than the card itself. Yeah, I like the art on the card. The one thing that will always take it away is like the text on the card. So I agree. I like functionality over the art, unless it's like something I really like. One of my favorite cards in Magic is really bad. And it's really bad, and especially even worse since the two Innistrad prints came out with the werewolf decks, because I have a werewolf deck. And one of my favorite cards is called Conduit of Storms. Like, I just like it because the art is sick, right? And I paid the extra 50 cents for it to be foiled because I thought it would look cool. If that card was like a really good card and I love the art enough, I probably would be willing to put a little bit more money in it. But it's still like, there is a point where there's a cutoff, and it just makes me sad, right? Like Secret Lair specifically is like the thing that's the worst, because I would love some sort of alternative, like the Godzilla lands that I never got to have. I would love those, but I can't have them because they don't print them anymore. They were exclusive to Secret Lair. I wasn't even really around for them, right? It was at a bad time. And if I want them now, they're so expensive. And it's just like, just because I like the thematic of the art. But I could still at least play a forest, I guess. I don't know. It makes me sad. Throw's broken? What? Does it work on my end? Ah, yes it does. Try it again. What? It worked earlier. What? I don't have any muscle through stuff at me. Why does it not like you right now? What? Well, where was I? I'll see what I can do. The loudest air horn. Did it work? Oh, hold on. Let me fix it. Let me fix it. 2 seconds. 2 seconds. 2 seconds. I'm assuming it disconnected from Twitch. Connection. No, it says it's connected to Twitch. Why is Throw not working? What the heck? Let me try. It's hitting me in the head. Huh. I don't know. Favoritism. I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on. They literally had a card game and we're like, what if we were like crypto? Yeah. I'm not a big fan of where Magic the Gathering has gone. There are 5 or 6 DMC games. There's 6 technically, right? Because DMC, the reboot that nobody likes. Magic got too weird when it started trying to become Smash Bros. Of card games. They already had a lot of their own cool stuff. Exis, I agree. That's like my biggest problem in Magic the Gathering is I was a bit actually more accepting of cards that were just alternative art cards of existing cards. And they kind of did that at first with the Godzilla cards, right? Where it'd be like, oh, it's this monster, but it's Ghidorah, right? But then in the text, like right underneath the Ghidorah, King of the Storms or whatever it's called, it says like the original monster underneath the text. I would have preferred that to stay, and that's it. If they were to say make a Final Fantasy deck, if they had all the cards be like that, I would have no problem at all, because I know that there is an alternative in-universe like example, right? That is the thematically accepting. And if people just want to rock their gosh dang Cloud, who's actually technically some other guy, I wouldn't complain. But because I feel like they're purposely extending things to, like I said, be Fortnite, it's intrusive to me. I don't like it very much. Because I don't know why I would want Fortnite, a generic Fortnite guy, you know, running around versus my spooky, scary zombie guy, right? Like it feels bad. Don't yell at me, Windows. When you get to the level of price of non-card, people are looking at you as an investment. That's also the worst, Berserker, for trading cards right now, is people so easily look at trading cards and they just say that it's like, they turn it into a business, and it is not a hobby anymore. I want my hobby back. One of my favorite things, like, to, like, work my brain is I love strategy and synergy, so I would just, like, open my binder of magic cards, and I would just be like, oh, if this guy was a commander, and then I could think of, like, oh, I could go back into this set, and I remember I got this card, right? From, like, my old deck, or from, like, my pre-con. Oh, let me put this in my pre-con to make it better. Like, to me, just like everything else, the playing of Magic is fun, and it's always a great time, but I like the thinking aspect of this stuff. I love the synergy and trying to figure out that kind of thing. So, to feel like I like, so much of that is taken away feels really bad, because I don't have that opportunity anymore, because I could be like, oh, I just was like, oh, this new commander card coming out sounds so cool, or this new card, I could maybe put him in my Muldrotha deck. He seems to have some good card mill. I'll go put him in. How much is he? Oh, he's $65 from the newest set, and turns out he is from Final Fantasy 14, and I go, you know, Not only does it feel bad to have him in my deck because it, like, ruins the thematic of zombies and stuff coming from the grave, but then it's also $65 for one card. Yu-Gi-Oh is actually fairly fine. Yu-Gi-Oh is expensive, but it probably isn't as painful. And I think actually the One Piece trading card game that came out not too long ago is one of the cheaper ones too. And apparently a One Piece one is fun. I just one more Blue Eyes structure deck, bro. Just one more meta targeting boss monster. Blue Eyes will finally be meta. Hey, there's been like twice in the history where Blue Eyes came around for a little bit. I saw a video of a guy going like, we are gonna try Magic for the first time. We bought this dual pack for 150, split it over my room. Who pay 150? You wanna know what, Nether? When there was two sets, and it happened just in those two sets. It was Kaldheim, and I don't remember what other set. They had $20 commander decks. And that went hard. I don't know when they're ever gonna do that again, but that was like the coolest product they have ever made. $20 pre-con commander decks, and they were all baller. Every single one of them was very good. They weren't like S tier, right? But for $20, you were getting decent power and a decent starting point with like it had all the staples, right? It had a soul ring in it, whatever. Like, they need to do those again, and I don't think they ever will because they are money hungry now. And it's so frustrating. And those $20 decks, because, one, they don't print them anymore, and two, they were so powerful, now they've gone up so much. I got every single Kaldheim one, and I think last time I checked for the big fish monster, it was like $70. Can we get a rare Brie reskin at 1% chance per gift set? I don't have any muscle. If there is one thing I definitely would like is one of these days I would absolutely adore to make tokens or something. That's me. That would be a lot of fun. that you could just print out or like whatever. I think that would be fun. Essentially the cards would have been reskins of other cards. Yeah, Cloudy, if they could have just done reskins like they're Fortnite and they're just selling skins, cosmetics, I would not have any problem at all. Because at the very least, I know for my fantasy's sake, I could sit there and go, oh, that is not a, you know, Cloud. That is Soldier from this set. What? No, I don't know. But wouldn't feel so bad. Is throw still not working? Pain. Oh! My monitor went to bed. No, wake up. I'm gonna sleepy, so I gotta get going now. Bye, darlings. I love every single one of ya. Have a good day. Like always, I'm here to support. Bye-bye. Bye, Junko. Thank you for hanging out with us. I'm glad you're having fun in your vid game. Please let us know your review of all your DMC extravaganzas. Thank you for hanging out with us, Junko. Throw. It's still broken. Why is it broken? Now, I'm just gonna do it manually. There you go. And then, there was, 3 total. Ow. There we go. I want to say MTG crossovers are a newer thing. They are. MTG crossovers started slightly before Ikoria, right? There were the Secret Lair cards, which I think were the Walking Dead ones, and then another one. All MTG collabs cards. Just tell me the oldest one. What did it start with? Yeah, The Walking Dead. The Walking Dead ones in 2020. Those were the first ones. They were Secret Lairs, and then they went to Stranger Things afterwards. Street Fighter, blah blah blah. Warhammer. These are all Secret Lairs. Where's the set? I'm thinking me. Set. Booster inserts, commander inserts, drafts of Secret Lairs booster. '22 was when they first did specific cards from a different universe forced into the set, which was the Transformers cards. So then the cards all before that in sets were different art. So 2022 with Brothers War is when they made in sets get real cards. And then in 2020 was when they started with real cards that were specific cards with collab characters in them in Secret Lair. Did Magic the Gathering come before or after Fortnite for the self-mutilation of their own brand? It came after. It absolutely came after. Transformers Walking Dead, yes. I have some of the Transformers cards. I thought it was neat because at the very least, the Transformers cards were thematically fitting and they were inserts within a thematically theming set. So even though I love Transformers, I didn't necessarily want them in there, but I was okay with them being in there because they didn't feel intrusive. Because they were in a set about robots and mechanisms, right? Brothers War. So it felt not too bad, right? Because they were in another set. Now it feels bad because we're getting full sets of universes I don't care about. I don't care about Assassin's Creed. There is a reason why Assassin's Creed, the set, was one of the worst selling sets in forever. It was garbage. When did MLP cards come out? Good question. The only thing about the My Little Pony cards I know for sure is they're not playable cards. So I think they came out before the Walking Dead ones, but they were purely collectibles and you cannot play them. They're silver borders. So they're not playable legitimately. Only unless you have like friends or like, hey, can I play my pony card? And they go, okay. I don't care about MTG lore or their identity, so I like the collabs. Just hate that they are marketed as a crypto. I think I would be less disdain on it if it wasn't marketed such as Nether. I agree. I like my lore and my fantasy for Magic the Gathering, but I think if it wasn't, if they aren't doing it as they do it now, I would not have a problem. But I have a problem because of how they're doing it. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is incredibly accessible. Most Yu-Gi-Oh! Players have no idea how good they have it price-wise. I would agree. If there's three things I ever find in the card section at a store, at a normal store like a Walmart, right? It's either you find like the worst set of Magic in recent time. So whatever the worst set is, because they just throw sets out now. There's gonna be 3 being carried at a store at a time, basically. So whatever those 3, the worst one is usually still stuck on the shelf. The next is Lorcana. I generally see a lot of Lorcana. And then either it's the Digimon card game or the One Piece card game. I see a lot still on the shelf. I never see Pokemon. And I never see the good sets of Magic. And Yu-Gi-Oh! Usually has like I usually see like their starter sets and kits and stuff and boxes, but I never see their individual packs. Remember that Hasbro has Wizard of the Coast as a dying business? Their only IP there that sells is mint. Yes, yes. Roll a D100 and before every stream. If it's 100, anime Brie. If it's 1, I don't know, pick a cursed model of your choice. Oh, that'd be so sick. I do need to get a cursed model. I don't know. If there's anybody out there that makes something wonky, I'll put this out there, all right? I'm willing to get it rigged if anybody puts out a cursed model for me. So if you make like a creature and it's and you do the proper layering so that I can just send it out and get it rigged, I will do that. Give us Labubu. You want a Labubu? That lady's voice is still in my head. Right? I don't know if anybody's seen that TikTok of that lady, but the 24 karat gold Labubu, it sits in my brain. I don't know why, but it just sits in my brain. Every time I see a Labubu at one of those knockoff kiosks in a store, I just say that in my brain. I think the IP dilution is way worse thing in the long run than the companies think. I agree, Berserker. Because if there is no identity to your product anymore, what even is it? Fortnite, at the very least, has still its, like, base art style, I guess. And I think it carries the weight of the collab thing at this point. Like, in strides, like, it's the collab game. And because they did it first, I think it's not so bad. I don't know, like its identity has become that. But Magic the Gathering has had such a long, way longer span of time of living than Fortnite. Like, Fortnite is, what, like 8 years old? Magic the Gathering is from the 90s, 80s, whatever. Imagine going all the way up to be, like, 40 years old, and then you're like, alright, Spider-Man! You know, you'd be like, what are you doing, right? And I think that's the problem right now. That makes sense. I remember one of them had a bonus based on how colorful something you put on the table or something like that. Yeah, because I only have one of the pony cards because, I do try to, there was a point where I was trying to actually collect Magic the Gathering cards. And I wanted all those special cards. I only managed to get one. And I'm still working on my Godzilla set. I'm missing like 4 or 5 of the cards. But as soon as they started just pumping all of these collabs, I was like, oh, I thought it was like a niche thing. Right? I thought it was a niche thing. I'm like, oh, there's like a pony card. Oh, there's a Walking Dead card. Maybe I'll get that eventually for the collectible part of it. Oh, the Godzilla cards. I love Godzilla so much, and I wanted that full set. I still want to get a full set of the Godzilla cards so I can put it in a frame. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna collect all these as I can, and it just got way too much. Collect magic. I want to collect all the niche, like, actual pieces of collectibles that they were putting out, but then they just started pumping them out, and there's no point anymore, right? Nothing's unique. You are an MTG lore nerd. First time I see one. I think that MTG lore is really neat. I'm not that deep into it, but I know a decent basis, and I think it's really cool. What was it? I don't know if anybody's ever seen it. But Magic the Gathering, most of the time, when they make a very big lore set, they make a cinematic for it. Kind of like how, like a World of Warcraft does it, right? Or any of those big games. They do a cinematic for the release of their game. Magic the Gathering does it too. And some of them are awesome and really beautiful. And the... what set was it? The older set. War of the Spark, there it is. The one for War of the Spark goes hard. Especially if you know a little bit of the lore, like, what is it, Gideon sacrificing himself and whatnot. Like, that cinematic goes hard. If you know about the lore and, like, how this is, like, a climactic piece of the lore and stuff. And now they got Spider-Man! And it frustrates me. But I do advise, if you want some cool animations and some neat world building, you should watch those cinematics. They're good. As a world building connoisseur, I just find it tragic when they destroy themselves for money. Me too, Berserker. Frederick, you're awesome as well. Thank you. The Digimon card game is actually interesting in design, and One Piece has a lot of addicts out there. I have not tried either of those games yet, but I'm tempted to try Digimon just because it seems very accessible because it's new and people are still trying to figure out if they want to play it or not. So I definitely want to try it at some point. Bax, big nerd that will drop kick the mods. Yes, I will. I'm a big nerd, and I will drop kick the mods. What's your favorite color in Magic? Green, followed by black. I am a big fan of graveyard play and big monsters. So generally, that's what my decks revolve around. That's my favorite archetypes. I'm a big bird. I am a big bird! Ah! The creature feature the creature, yes. I see the meme everywhere. Wait, what meme? Oh, the 24 character world blue boo boo. Dead by Daylight suffers massively from this. If there's, like, Dead by Daylight does, but at least the credit I could give Dead by Daylight, at least most of them are still horror characters, right? At least it's not going like, you know what? How do we get Dr. Manhattan to be a killer? You know? Oh, is it Mr. Manhattan? Whatever. Blue guy. The issue is that MTG has never been a lore-centered IP. They stated for the very good that they make the cards first, so the lore isn't even on the second play. If they did, then they fell apart with that, because why did they purposely extend the lore through books and other media? Like, they made a whole extended lore. What? Mr. Manhattan Def has a horrifying sense of modesty. He definitely just likes having everything out there, doesn't he? I like how Yu-Gi-Oh! Has archetypes that are nods to other franchises, but not callers. Like Cosmo being a nod to Star Wars and Wizard of Oz. Yeah, Dakama, I agree. Like, they don't go far enough to really take you out of Yu-Gi-Oh! And I always appreciate that. Yu-Gi-Oh! Whenever I see a Yu-Gi-Oh! Card, if it's just the art too, I can sit there and be like, that's definitely Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, there's never a part where I'm like, it could be like just cool art or something else. I don't know. It's just like Yu-Gi-Oh! Is Yu-Gi-Oh! You see art and you're like, yeah, that's Yu-Gi-Oh! Right? Pretty soon I could have Avatar Aang fight Spider-Man, just what I always wanted in MTG. Forgot they're doing the Avatar set. Ah! Let's put a literal child in our game. Fine. I always like white black. White black's fun. I did have a Tesa deck for a while before I gave it away. That was my cheapest deck I ever made. That was my $20 deck. I think my most expensive card in there was like $2, $1.50, something like that. Fun deck, very slow. A zombie deck. I like Digimon design of resource spending. It's basically you can play what you want, but the cost of it is more resource for your opponent and vice versa. I'm gonna have to look at the rules. I have not looked at anything about Digimon game. Just that it's doing decently well. You like making a ton of little guys and tokens flood the board? Oh man, token overwhelming is always rough. Because I play for the memes as well. Like, I play for the one big guy, so it's like, oh, how do I have to hope I get something with trample or, you know, a board wipe or whatever. Because I don't have I like to play silly, you know. Like my Muldrotha deck, despite Muldrotha herself being very strong, I don't play her to her strength of, like, cheap things, right? I play a lot of enchantments in it. I play a lot of artifacts in it. I play creatures that are silly, right? I'm there for the memes. I'm there to either win by, oh my goodness, I haven't played my Muldrotha deck in so long. I really like my, my partner deck, the two from Ikoria. I built the deck around, the Shark Wolf. Oh man, what is his name? The Unblockable Shark Wolf. That's the one I play the most these days. But yeah, I don't I don't play a lot of board wipe or anything in my Muldrotha. I like to play silly stuff. Especially because my Muldrotha deck has Emrakul as well as what is it? What is it called again? What is it called again? Why can't I think it? My brain. Brie. Oh. The artifact! Why can't I think of its name? I don't remember. It's the brain one. Steals your turn. Brain clamp, something like that. Black blue representing. I think blue is the best color in the game and also the most boring color. Sitting on mana, slowly waiting and attacking and using your interactive spells. I'm just like, blah. I hate playing blues. Skull Clamp! Is that it? No! That's not it. Fudge! What is it called? Skull Clamp's the other thing. What the heck is it called? Why can't I remember the name of my card? My win condition card right now. Brain. I don't know. I steal your turn. I use it because it's an artifact, which means like I bring it back every turn, and I play it. I think it's like sacrifice. I take another player's turn. I play the turn for them. Don't remember what it's called right now. Mindslaver. Thank you. That's the card. Emrakul and then Mindslaver are my two big win conditions. Hi, Garrett. My favorite deck is my Muldrotha deck. Does Miku have a cursed Miku art card? Does you wait? What's the cursed Miku art card? She's had like 4 different card sets, right? I don't know. Which one's the cursed Miku card? I don't... You know, I have a feeling why this Kaito has not been bought out. Whoa, what is the art on these? Is there a reason? I think there's a reason why these have not been bought. Why do they look like that? I don't like it. Is that it? The one that's still in stock? Terrifying. I don't like those, the way those look. Because they wanted money. It was an entire executive branch that wanted to see if they could make more money through books, which kind of failed because they fired a lot of people. Alright, fair enough. Fair enough. I thought there was more to it. I like good storytelling. And personally, I thought up until, like, War of the Sparks and stuff were pretty good. It fell off pretty fast. They're like, alright, we finished the main character stories. What do we do? Doctor Who. Big sad. I am very excited for Smiling Friends Season 2. 3. They're on 3 now. Smiling Friends 3. Trying to look up some stuff. Oh yeah. I was looking at this post that says that's making fun of the Vi trailer because they're right. She's not punching anything. Her ultimate is her punching the air and you don't see like the model of the person you're punching for most of it. That's actually, yeah, that looks kind of lame. Thoughts on Pim's new eyes? I need to watch the short, but I'm gonna say terrifying. I don't like him. Pim's gone. What happened to my boy? Yeah, that's kind of lame looking, man. That's kind of lame looking. Her gameplay looks fun, but the vibes are a little off on her ult. I don't like that. They were posting shorts about that, weren't they? The Smiling Friends? If they are, I need to go watch them because I love Smiling Friends. Smiling Friends is very much like peak humor for me. Speaking of, I don't know, Go Tanks gifted me the game Peak. Do we have any interest in me playing that? Do other people have that? I don't know if it's like a party game that I can just put like a bunch of you in. Because, I have it now. I can climb all the things. But how many players is like in a lobby? Because if I could get a bunch of you guys in here, I would do it. Peak, yeah, it's a friend slop game, as they call it, these days. Where it's like you know, you play with your friends, you do something silly like a repo and stuff. But if you can invite like 8 people in it, I'd be down to play with you guys. 4 players without mods? 4 play? Only 4? Alright, I'll mod it. What's with all the friend games? Then they make it so it's 4 players only. Also, hi Sloovy! Workshop. Peak. Is Peak on Workshop? I can justify play. Hey, I'm just saying the internet term for these kind of games has become friend slop. I'm not saying because it is slop. I'm saying that is the term that they use. Chili cheese dogs. What are you, a hedgehog? And you're not sharing? I don't have any friends to justify owning friend slop. I haven't actually bought any of them myself. I've been gifted them because they are the slop that is for friends, right? Gotaste gave me Peak. Brother-in-law gave me Repo, and then Lethal Company. I think maybe Mossy bought for me. Somebody got it for me. I'll play my friendless slop in peace. But I don't know, these friend slop games, as they are called, I would absolutely love to play with you guys. I haven't played a game with you guys in forever. Killing Floor 3? When's it coming out? July 24th? What? I didn't know Killing Floor 3 was around the corner. What? I love Killing Floor. Oh, please be good. Please be good. I love Killing Floor. I didn't know it was coming out in 2 days. Is there any pre-reviews or anything yet? Oh. Yes, I know there's motion at my front door. I play RPGs. You think I got time for people? No. I know I don't. I work. All I keep hearing about Killing Floor 3 is that it's a really bad shape. No! No! I don't know anything about it. No! Why does everything keep coming out bad? Killing Floor 3 review. Who's a reviewer that's worth watching? This person has 34, an early review of Killing Floor 3 current state. Maybe. Maybe. Man, Killing Floor was the very first game I bought on Steam. I actually don't know what my very first game I bought on Steam was. That's a good question. Can you see by... Actually, you could probably see by purchase date. But I love Killing Floor. I don't have, like, a billion hours like some people do in Killing Floor 2. I have, like, 100, and that's about it. But I did play a lot. I was a support main. I love me a shotgun. I was definitely... Oh, there's somebody doing a test right now of it. Interesting. They're doing a stress test right now? I don't know. But for me, nonetheless, like, there's so much of me is having a hard time wanting to play video games lately. I don't know if you guys have ever been there where you kind of feel a bit burnt out on games. I need me some push to play some more games, and or like a game that really gets my brain going. I've been kind of feeling burned out on the video games. So continue putting it off drawing the lines on something I'd actually like to finish. There's a bird in fan art. There's a bird. BB Bird! I'm a Chimkin! Hi, Husna! I'm not Spider-Man. Speaking of games, Wu Chang comes out in 2 days. What is Wu Chang? Avenue profile picture. Hold on. Save image. Save in the Nami folder. Now I go to my edit profile. Change avatar. Where's the bird? Burp. 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 There we go. Apply. Same thing. I have a burp now. Are you Batman? I am Batman. Wait, no, that's impossible. Batman has like money and like cool car. I can't drive yet. Just wait till I drive. What sort of brain juice are you looking for? I don't know. When I did the poll, right? Those were kind of on my list of what I want to do. I am really interested in playing Red Dead, but I'm wondering if I should wait just a little bit longer to truly put myself in the want to play Red Dead, because I'm still on that teetering point of being a little intimidated by its open worldness. Even though Red Dead Redemption 1, is not as big as, say, Red Dead 2, it still kind of intimidates me to go into an open world game because, I mean, Fallout New Vegas took me a year and some months to beat, you know? So I don't know. It's a little intimidating still, but I do have a lot of interest in, especially like some sort of strategy game. Like I said, I kind of want my brain to be moving. Maybe see some numbers out there, which is why I'm thinking like a turn-based strategy or something, or an RPG. Especially if it's a classic RPG, I feel like it might be able to put more brain power into it with numbers and stuff. And Devil May Cry 2 will be the bad game. You're right, Eki. But a bad game, if it's a bad fun game, I'll do it. But if nah, if we're gonna play an actual bad game, we're saving that for Bargain Bin, and I have plenty. I have plenty in my arsenal. Digital Devil Saga. I actually have the 3DS game of that, if I recall. Age of Empire 2? Maybe. I do like Age of Mythology. I played that a little bit. That'd be funny. I could be... Well, the campaign is different than being able to just play with Norse gods. You know, it's so silly. I don't know why, but our camera... You know how, you know, your camera's... Security cameras, like, will detect motion? If it gets windy outside, it keeps thinking like, I have a bush. Just like a tall bush in front of my door. Like, where the camera points. So when it gets windy, it keeps thinking it's a person. Because there's motion, right? So I keep getting notifications like, there's motion out of your door. There's motion out of your door. No! It's the bush! Age of Mythology was my first RTS. Raymond, it was my first one that I played myself to completion. It wasn't the first one I played, it was the first one I beat. Did I do great? No, I think I played on the easiest difficulty. Or whatever it was. They're gonna reboot the MCU? Again? Alright guys, it's time for Hulk movie number 4! Woo! But why? Did they realize that the Doctor Doom movie or whatever is gonna flop? Because I hope they did. Watch the profile change in real time. We'll say I really like the cup of hot dog with the strawberry. Do you want me to put it back? Because I can. I try to make sure I keep everything you make me. Because I love them. I could also do relish hot dog brie. I haven't done that one yet. I do like the cowboy brie that you made not too long ago too. I like all of them. I can always scroll up. Fair enough. Destroy All Humans might be a fun one, actually, Nightmare. That's true. I think Destroy All Humans has that little bit of funny humor I might enjoy. Playing my PC, PS2 games so far, the world seems very neat. That's also the thing, like, I have my old consoles available to play too. My PS2 is set up and ready to go, except for, I need to just get the nicer cables so that it doesn't look like garbage. But that's about it. I have, the Genesis is in my arsenal. I have my Dreamcast in the arsenal, PS2, PS1, PS3. my Xbox, Xbox One, Xbox 360. You know, I got a little good a chunk. Monster Hunter binge. I think it would be funny if I tried to play Monster Hunter 2 at some point. Cyberpunk came out free on PS. Have you been playing it? I do own Cyberpunk, but that is again another open world game, so I'm a little intimidated by them. Hedon Bloodright is a GZ Doom game that is very good, that can be quite puzzly at times. I highly recommend, though the longer than expected, but only gets better as it goes. Let me see. Hedon Bloodright. Is that the one you told me about last time? No. I think I may have seen this because it has the big demon lady. And I like big demon lady. Big lady. So I'm pretty sure that movie is based on the Secret Wars comics. Not a movie is the one that's gonna reboot the universe. Oh, you think that's the start of the new universe? Interesting. I guess that's how they would bring back Robert Downey Jr. to do something. What about Maneater? Be a shark, nature vibes and stuff. Maneater would be funny. But I don't know if I would be able to indulge Maneater longer than a stream or two, right? I want like a good solid experience that works my brain a little bit, that lasts a good chunk but not forever. Like even another Zelda game's kind of in my view right now, because I quite enjoyed my last experience in Twilight Princess, and it was the perfect amount of like puzzly and entertainment, and like I felt like I got a lot out of it from my brain power. And like it wasn't the most difficult game, but it still like gave me some sort of sense of fulfillment. I kind of want a game that gives that sort of fulfillment. Do you own a Wii game called Mad World? I don't, but I want Mad World. Is that the black and white one? Yeah, I want to play Mad World at some point. I was actually just talking about this game the other day with brother Elska. I do want to play Mad World at some point, because there's Mad World 2, right? There's a second one? No, there's something. I don't remember. There was another black and white game that maybe I was talking about. But yeah, I do want to play Mad World. I think the last time I was at my retro game store, I saw it. I don't remember how much it was, though. Let me see. Mad World. Wii. Yeah, because the sequel came out on Wii U, right? No, it didn't. Something like that. I don't remember. Yeah, Mad World's like $15. I'll absolutely play Mad World at some point. It's on my list. I just don't own it yet. I'm just gonna go through my game list and just see what I like. Anything from New Blood, to be honest. I'm very biased. New Blood. Oh. New Blood. Developer. New Blood Interactive. Games. Oh, yeah, you're right. They got Dust, Gloomwood. I've been interested in Blood West, actually. That's one on my list, too. Do I own it? I don't yet. But I have been interested in Blood West. Ever since it came out. That might be fun. I do like my cowboys. Zelda, baby. Do you want more Zelda? Frostpunk is an interesting city builder. It's probably one of the high. Do I own it? I do not own Frostpunk. What is the? I own a top-down game that's like that. What is it called? I only played a little bit of it because the start was like in a snowy area, if I recall. And it could be very it was very silly. It was very comical. Gosh, what was it called? Yeah, I think it was the second game in the series. Did someone say Blood Bowl? I would love to play Blood Bowl. Blood Bowl 2, of course. 3 is garbage. Man, what was that game? I don't remember. But it was a turn-based strategy game. And it had I think it had Punk in it. Number 2. Oh gosh, where is it in my library? Oh, what if I played a truck game? What if I played Trucking Simulator? As I scroll through my games list. That'd be fun for a stream, I think. Man, what was it? I thought it was Frostpunk, but I guess it's not. Hard West? You did just get your driver's license. Exactly. Hard West. It was not Hard West, but this is on my wish list. I do want to play this. Oh, man, why can't I remember the name of the game? It was a cool game. I just like as I was playing it, like I just got distracted with life and I didn't play games for like a week. What was it called? Man. I don't remember. Too many games out there, man. Too many games. Can I just search by turn-based and maybe it'll pop up? Turn-based. Strategy. I can't remember at the top of my head. All I know is like a decently comical. I think it was post-apocalyptic. And it was turn-based isometric. That's the main thing. And then one of the starting areas was like in snow. Gosh, I can't believe I can't remember. I played truly terrible games for the past week. Who's Snow? What have you played recently? Don't forget your whiskey. So true. Wasteland! Is it Wasteland? Yes! Wasteland 3! There we go, Nightmare! Nightmare, the investigator, the deductor. He figured it out. Yeah, so it was Wasteland 3. I played a teeny tiny bit of it, and I really liked it. I just never got around to playing more of it. Maybe that. Maybe that. Maybe we'll play Wasteland 3. Because it's like humorous, right? Do I remember that correctly? So it's pretty humorous. Old Fallouts? I wouldn't mind playing the old Fallouts either. That's definitely on my list. Especially because I think I own a copy of Fallout 1 and 2 on like every platform because it's free all the time. As well as if we ever want to play some older games, I also have my GOG. My GOG. Which... What? GOG? Hello? Bloodborne. I want to play Bloodborne at some point, and I want to play Sekiro at some point, but Sekiro is always never below $30, and in Bloodborne, I have to play on a PS4, and I don't want to do that. The GOG? Digimon World? Digimon Monsters? Digimon are the champions! Do you have much experience in older RPGs? I don't, which is why I think right now, my biggest interest is a turn-based RPG. Which something like Wasteland is very interesting to me, kind of like that kind of gameplay. So like I said before, like a Fire Emblem's pretty interesting to me. Maybe an old Final Fantasy is pretty like on my radar, especially because I picked up recently Final Fantasy 9, which is the one I have the most interest in playing. What else do we have? Let's look at my library on GOG. Banner Saga. I do have Banner Saga. I do have those games. Digimon World's turn-based RPG, but you don't control your character in combat. What? Speaking of, I do have Digimon Cyber Sleuth. I did pick that one up. That's a possibility. MOBA Gacha game arc. Are you telling me I only get to play the horse game? RPGs made before the 2000s were really tough to choose. True. There are some old ones that look intimidating. There was actually one that was really weird I played recently. While I was out of town, I also, for the weekend, I hung out with Brother Elska for a little bit. And Brother Elska collects game consoles, right? And he let me play his PC engine. What was the PC engine? What is it called? Dragon Force? Oh, it was Sega Saturn. The Saturn, not the PC engine. PC engine, I played, what was it? Cotton? I think it was the name of the game. But Dragon Force. It's a Sega Saturn. That game is weird and also cryptic, and I feel like if you don't have a manual, you don't know what you're doing. Very neat game though. I felt like that game, if you had more understanding of the game, it'd probably be a lot more fun. But I didn't know what was going on. Like FPS Borderlands 1 is pretty simple, a lot of fun. Exis, Borderlands is actually one of the series I don't like very much. I'm not a big fan of looter shooters. I've only ever played, I want to say like 6 hours, I'd say, of Borderlands 2 specifically. And I did not like it, sadly. It's, to me, it didn't feel like a very rewarding gameplay. Which sucks because I actually quite liked some of the characters. Like, what was the bad guy's name? I like the bad guy's name in Borderlands 2. He was funny. But I didn't like the gameplay itself. You don't like poopy humor? No, I'm sorry. I could only stand so much of 2012 humor. If 2 doesn't do it for you, none of them are. Yeah, see, that's like... 2 is what everybody's like, that's the peak, right? And 2 didn't do it for me. PlayStation the Mega Man X Legacy series, which have X1 to X8, yeah. And I enjoyed the first 4. If 5 was iffy, 6 might be the worst game I've ever played in my 23 years of living. Aw, but did you at least experience the... That's the one with the voice crack, right? No, this can't be happening! That's 5, right? Oh wait, I need YouTube. Mega Man, let me see. Mega Man X what? It's 5, right? Mega Man X 5. No, this can't be happening. That is 5, yeah. What am I fighting for? Yeah, this. Oh, it's 4, not 5. It's 4. My bad. Yeah, this.
Ah! No, this isn't happening. There's no reason for me to go on. What am I fighting for?
Ah! Like that kills me. That kills me. That's peak. It's almost as good as the Devil May Cry one. One soul with light.
I should have been the one to fill your dark soul with light.
It still kills me every time. With light. Yeah, what am I fighting for? I need more games with that. Give me that. That was also really good. I love that garbage. That garbage fills my soul with light. There has to be a compilation of game protects crying over dead GFs on YouTube. There probably is. Everyone likes Handsome Jack. That's why they constantly try to bring him back. I have heard that they will not let that man die, despite dying in 2, right? Though, I have heard good things about the, what is it, like the Telltale game or something of Borderlands. Maybe I would enjoy that more. Because the main thing that drove me away from Borderlands was the poopy humor was like, it was dated. And I understood that. But the gameplay itself was the biggest problem I had with Borderlands. I don't like the gameplay at all. Was a good guy in the pre-sequel. How'd they do that? Which happened between 1 and 2. I thought, what? Why would they do that? He's supposed to be a jerk. Telltale 1 is good, but they don't ever use that plot ever again. Oh, that's sad. It's that you can't skip it. I guess if you like the if you like the combat and you're stuck in it, that's a little rough. I don't know. I do think my goal is to play a turn-based something. So I think number 2 is still Red Dead 1, and I want to play that when the mood strikes right. Because I want to play it and I want to enjoy it and I want to like go through it, right? I want to be able to actually have like true investment of like increasing our streams to be like 4 or 5 hours. And I think that will probably happen once my store is done doing its remodeling. And then I'll probably be able to invest some more time. But right now I kind of want just like a turn-based strategy something. RPG would be preferable, but doesn't always have to be. 7 was so bad, it's hilarious. X8 was mediocre, but it's right direction for the series. A shame they never get 9 because it was into the whole series. I like Mega Man. I wouldn't mind playing more Mega Mans. I definitely want to play the Zero collection at some point because I've only ever played the X series of games, and I own the collection. I definitely would like to play the Zero games though, as well as Battle Network. I wouldn't mind playing too. Mega Man Battle Network. It is not the good kind of repetitive to me. Massive Legend, that's what was my problem. The repetitive nature of looter shooters, I get very bored very quickly. But also like, it didn't feel like the feedback of the weapons themselves gave me anything of like satisfaction. And because you switch out weapons so often, it felt like so empty, right? That's why I just don't like looter shooters. They all feel empty. I think the pre-sequel's plot is basically how Handsome Jack started as a nice guy and descends into villainous version. Alright. If it's a character falling from grace, I could kind of get behind that. I watched the Japanese 1-minute context of the Mega Man clip. Top comment is this version conveys true pain with the dub is actual pain. The Japanese version is is way more well executed voice acting, yes. Also, that infamous Zero dialogue is not even the worst voice acting in that gallery. No. I have seen a bit in 4, and it is quite humorous. I think the only turn-based ones I got on my list are the Fallout games and Atom RPG, which is like weird mix of Stalker and Fallout. What is that? Atom RPG. Oh, looks neat. Update later, my GOG. I do like seeing all these old games I have on my GOG. I got like Star Wars, Bounty Hunter. I got Rayman 2. If we play Rayman 2, we're playing that on the Dreamcast. I got like, I don't know, what's the older one? I got some Tomb Raiders on here. I got the BioShock 1 and 2. Call of Juarez I have apparently. And a bunch of these like older weird looking games that I thought were neat, and I buy them when they're like $1. I'm like, oh, old games on sale. Here's like $5. Let's go pick up a couple. Some of these are cool looking. I definitely want to play those Shadow of Mordor game at some point too. We'll say the death was still a bit funny. Stares 3 seconds, cute girl noises, dies. It is still funny. They have to fit some... those older games, they have to fit a lot in a little, and I do respect that. So, I guess on my... If I were to put it out there, my thought process right now of games I'm, like, mildly interested in is, like I said, a Final Fantasy game, probably 9, a Fire Emblem game, maybe another Zelda game. That's kind of been in my sights, mainly because I thought it was, like, it was simple and yet still satisfying, and I think it did a good balance. I don't know about how games would go from there, after playing Twilight Princess. What else would I probably put on my list? What else do I have for turn-based that I have kind of in my head, or like an RPG kind of thing? Puzzle game adjacent. Gotta go through all my list. At some point, I'm gonna play Dragon Age with you guys. I don't know when, but I've had it on the back burner and ready and modded for a while now. Because that's my favorite video game. Stealth games? Thief is underrated individual. Maybe. I don't know about Thief, but I definitely have what's the other big game? Dishonored. I've kind of had Dishonored in my sights too. Dishonored might be fun. What about Dishonored? I've never been too big on stealth specifically. But if it's stealth with still like combat and execution, that's way more different than say like a horror game with stealth, right? Like an Alien Isolation. Like I have no interest in Alien Isolation whatsoever because it looks boring to me. Doing a stream where you go through a bunch of old arcade fighting games? I have not yet, Eki, but I do have that thought. How long do you want the game to be? Only a handful. I don't want it to be a 100-hour game. I would say under 60 hours would be preferable. Anything like I'm looking for a game that's like a solid 20 hours, I think, of like entertainment, and then we'll go to a big game after that. I just want to get my vibes back, right? I don't know, like, do you guys ever need, like, that one game that gives you the vibes back for gaming? I'm looking for that right now. Just a solid experience. Which is why I'm like, okay, like a Zelda. Dishonored now sounds very interesting to me. I think Fire Emblems can be blown through in, like, 60 hours or so. Super Time Force Ultra. You do stand by the God of War game. Dumbest smart shooter I've ever played, says Polygon, huh? It's like Broforce, but instead of being high on freedom, you're high on time travel. That sounds neat. I did play a little bit of Broforce before. My only problem with Broforce was that it was so noisy. I couldn't see, like, how... You die because it's so noisy on the screen, right? Ghost Runner was a good recommendation. That has also been on my list of playing at some point. This is a parkour game, right? Is that the parkour one? Yeah, parkour. I didn't finish reading your comment. I just saw the Ghost Runner. But definitely, like, Ghost Runner's on the list. 15 hours, 100% destroy all humans? That's a good pick. I don't currently... No, I do own it. I forgot I own it. Was it you who gave it to me? And dying is very much part of the formula. You get power-ups by dying and saving them in alternate time. Oh, that's actually really neat. I give to you the first one. That's right. That's what I thought. Not add it to my list. Well, I think I have a good stack. I think right now, if I were to pick, if I had to boot up a game right now, I think I'm really looking at the Dishonored right now. Ghost Runner, I think, is definitely a number 2. Especially because I own them already. So, let me know what you guys think. Because if so, then maybe I'll download it and play it tomorrow. I've heard that, like, the story and stuff of Dishonored is really good, which is why I'm, like, more leaning towards that, because I've heard notorious things about the story itself being very good, which I also want a good story. No, I can see the first one. Elderborn is a cool FPS where you play as a barbarian from metal cover and fight with melee weapons. Okay, that sounds like they put me in a video game. Elderborn. I've not heard of this one. Is it a Doom-like? This looks sick. Game I've been playing for a while, but never really played too much hack and slash titles, so it's got overlooked. I find being able to play, I thought it was pretty fun for the length. Even isn't too hard. There's a variety of weapons. Interesting. It is a boomer shooter design element. Okay, that's what this thing says. Is a stealth game if you want the good ending. I don't care. And I'm gonna play how I want to play. Bye, Massive Legend! Minish Cap is probably the most friendly and shortest game in the Zelda series. And we could play it. I have it on my Wii U. I guess we'll see what I decide by whatever comes in the future. But yeah, I don't know. You know, I'm gonna press install on Dishonored, I think. We'll see. How old is this game? I do want to play Horizon Zero Dawn at some point. How long is that game? I own it. I forgot they remastered it for some reason. But I do want to play it at some point. You're right, Exus. I do need to play that. Hey, Dakama's a big fan. 20 tell for Dishonored? That's old enough that I should probably get around to playing it, because people still talk about this game to this day. You know what? Yeah. You know what? Yeah. I'm installing Dishonored. You know what? We're gonna play Dishonored tomorrow, probably. I'm gonna install Dishonored. We're gonna play that tomorrow. I made a decision. I need to replay Minish Cap for the 20th time. Is that good, huh? I do want to play one of the 3DS games at some point. I think Minish Cap was that Advance? Game Boy Advance? Some of the portable games I want to play. I think it's what is it? Phantom Hourglass or Spirit Tracks. One of those I have interest in playing, and I own those two on my Wii U. But yeah, I like the sound I like what Dishonored sounds like. I feel like that looks like a game for me. So I'm gonna install Dishonored, and I think that's what we're gonna play tomorrow. Yeah. I'm like invigorated. I want to play the game. Yeah. Alright. But we're at that time, friends, where I gotta start wrapping up because I gotta go to bed in 2 hours. So I appreciate you guys, but I gotta start getting out of here. So thank you to Cloudy, Berserker, Husna, Dakama, Exus, Massive Legend, Redacted, Sloofy, did I say Exus yet? Nami, Chex Quest, so true. Raymond, Nether, I don't have any muscle. Mossy, Miku, Dakama. Well, was here. Did I say Eki yet? I'm gonna make sure I say Eki again. Frederick was here. I think Garrett said hello. Yukuro. And probably more I'm forgetting. Just yell at me. Oh, Jordan was here. Can't forget about Jordan. Alright, but I do have to get out of here. Thank you guys for hanging out with me as I suffer through my brain rot. And I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye, farvel, and have a good night. Bye. My dog knows when I'm ending. She's at the door. She's coming in. Dog says now. Of course, Nami. I love streaming for you guys. You guys are my buddies. Gotta open a cold one with all you guys eventually. What do we got? My streaming anniversary's next month. Maybe we'll finally get around to doing that. We'll see. I don't remember what day though. What was that, like the 8th? I don't know. I'll figure it out. Bye, Bat! Would a colon be a yoo-hoo? Well, a little extra, if you know what I mean. A little bit of a... kick. We'll see. Hey, stream's not over. I swear I said Nightmare. I swear I said goodbye, Nightmare. I'm still here, bro. Nightmare! Bye! Thank you for everything you do. Also, Nami, thank you for the picture. I love it very much. I am a bird now. Caw.